Hey folks! So, we've got a little bit different of a devlog today because a lot has been happening and I want to keep you all in the loop about everything because you're like a huge part of it. So the first part is the biggest announcement. I am officially a professional, full-time game developer. So that's crazy. How did that happen? Well, in the last 6 months or so, I've been approached by a couple different companies to basically make games for them of varying sizes. And while I can't show you them right now, it's been enough income that I've been able to leave my teaching job. For those of you who don't know, my job for the last 4 years has been teaching violin, viola, voice, and composition lessons. And leaving is a little bit bittersweet for me, because I do really love teaching, but in the end, it obviously makes the most sense for my long-term goals to pursue game development full-time. And not only when you crunch it out on like a per-hour income basis, but also just as a force multiplier for my skills as a game developer. Working on these contract games has taught me a lot about collaboration, about scope, it's given me a chance to approach lots of different genres, and I've even had an excuse to learn multiplayer. Not to mention, it's like kind of fun. But contract work isn't all I've been up to. If you've been really keeping up with the YouTube space, you know that I'm also working on 2 additional indie collaborative game projects. Like my main project, Disinherited, they both came out of Blackthorn prod videos. But the big difference is I actually have teammates on these. Let me tell you about the games. The first one is called LILITH'S game. It's a chess-based game where you play against the Demon Queen, and the big gameplay wrinkle is that one of her pieces is possessed, and if you take it, bad things happen. I'm the composer on that team, as you can see from the last video where I broke down that process in great detail. And I get to work with some awesome devs on that project that you might be familiar with if you've been following Blackthorn prod for a while. Namely, Iro from Darkroom Games, Taruk, Cowsons, Tico, and IDK Box. And then the second game I'm working on is Diomedea Keep. It's a visual novel, so it's very narrative focused, and I had the pleasure of creating the elaborate world and characters and lore and setting the tone for the story. The game puts you in the perspective of the captain of the guard in a seaside castle on the eve of the princess's wedding. You're in love with her, and she confesses that she's in love with you too, right before her husband-to-be is murdered. Now it's your job to figure out who killed him when all signs point to your beloved as the most likely suspect. And this one is also so exciting to me because of the team I'm getting to work with. First, Diane Callahan, aka Quotidian Writer on YouTube, who is somebody that I've known for a very long time, almost 10 years back in my novel writing days. And then 3 Gnomes, who's this wonderful creator and solo dev that I've been following on YouTube for years and a great artist. And my very multi-talented brother Skyler, aka Skloopy on YouTube. Unfortunately, Jen, aka Wolfmune, has too much on her plate to keep working on Diomedea Keep with us, but you should go follow her anyway because she is such a brilliant artist and genuine creative soul. The links to wishlist both of these games are down in the description, and if you do one thing from this video, please do that, wishlist those games. All of this, of course, leads up to the ultimate goal of releasing Disinherited. Because it's sitting at an amazing 11,000 wishlists, I can be reasonably assured it's gonna do pretty well when I hit launch. That's a good sign that the game has appeal, but if I want it to go beyond that, the game has to be genuinely great. The quality of the game is gonna be a function of how much time I can put into it, and how much time I can put into it is a function of how many days I can afford to work on it while keeping a roof over my head. To that end, last fall, I know I said I was gonna run a crowdfunding campaign, but I didn't quite feel like the game was ready after just 100 days of development. This fall, I'm actually gonna do it. We're gonna get a demo on Steam that shows off all the new mechanics I've been working on, we're gonna have a real trailer launch, and I'd love to get some streamers to play the game. It's gonna be a whole dang event. So what does all this mean for this channel going forward? Well, I'm gonna try to keep you in the loop about everything that's going on. There might be some collaborative devlogs between me and the teammates. I might be doing some other video formats, I don't know. Since I'm not teaching every week, I might need a little outlet for that kind of energy, so maybe I'll make some educational content. And of course, Disinherited devlogs are far from over. I've actually been secretly working on an enormous new update to the game. Because it's a special occasion! The end of April is the 1-year anniversary of Disinherited's public debut. So I wanted to do something a little special and get ready because it's gonna be the most consequential devlog yet. And last, I just want to thank all of you guys for being here. Without your encouragement and your interest and your feedback, I doubt I would be where I am right now. So thank you. I am genuinely, genuinely grateful. Now, On to a new chapter, and a huge thank you to all of my channel members who are supporting me directly, but especially in the Ascended Lighthoof tier, Emil Scove, and in the Reaper Council tier, AJ Havoc. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.